for great conquerors in history. First, Alexander the Great, military commander and king of Macedon 356 to 323 BC. Second, Napoleon Bonaparte, military leader and emperor of France 1769 to 1821. Third, Gengis Khan. Portrayal of Gengis Khan in a 14th century Yuan-era album, originally painted in 1278's National Palace Museum, Taipei. Khagan of the Mongol Empire. Reign, Spring 1206, August 1227. Successor to Louis's regent Gengis Khan. Fourth, Julius Caesar, Roman general and dictator 100 to 44 BC. The end of four great conquerors. Alexander the Great's empire faced challenges and underwent significant changes following his death. In 323 BCE, the period that followed, known as the Hellenistic era, saw the fragmentation of his vast empire into smaller kingdoms ruled by his former generals, the Diadochi. This transformation was marked by political struggles, military conflicts, and cultural developments that shaped the course of history in the Mediterranean and beyond. Upon Alexander's death, his empire extended from Greece to Egypt and stretched as far east as the Indus River. The question of succession loomed large, and his generals, who had accompanied him in his conquests, played crucial roles in determining the fate of the vast territories under Alexander's rule. The immediate aftermath of Alexander's death saw the emergence of a power struggle among his top commanders. Perdiccas, one of Alexander's most trusted generals, initially assumed a leading role as regent for Alexander's mentally impaired half-brother and infant son. However, this arrangement was fraught with tensions and rivalries, leading to a series of conflicts among the Diadochi. One of the notable events during this period was the partition of Babylon in 323 BCE, where the Diadochi attempted to divide the empire among themselves. However, this division was not accepted universally, and dissent among the generals continued to simmer. Perdiccas faced opposition from prominent figures such as Ptolemy, Antigonus, and Seleucus, each vying for a larger share of the spoils. The Wars of the Diadochi, also known as the Wars of the Successors, ensued as a result of these power struggles. These conflicts were characterized by shifting alliances, betrayals, and large-scale military engagements. Battles such as the Battle of Ipsus in 301 BCE were pivotal in shaping the post-Alexander geopolitical landscape. The outcome of Ipsus solidified the division of the empire into several major Hellenistic kingdoms. As a result of the Wars of the Diadochi, the most notable successor states that emerged were the Ptolemaic Kingdom in Egypt, the Seleucid Empire in the Near East, the Antigonid Kingdom in Macedon and Greece, and smaller states like the Attalid Kingdom in Anatolia. The Ptolemaic Kingdom, under the rule of Ptolemy the First Soter and his descendants, became a center of Hellenistic culture and commerce. The capital, Alexandria, became a renowned intellectual and cultural hub, boasting the famous Library of Alexandria. The Seleucid Empire, led by Seleucus Nicator, encompassed a vast and diverse territory, including parts of Asia Minor, the Levant, Mesopotamia, and Persia. This empire became a melting pot of Greek and local cultures, fostering the spread of Hellenistic influence in the East. The Antigonid Kingdom, centered in Macedon and Greece, faced constant challenges from external and internal forces. Macedon, in particular, became a battleground for competing powers, and the Antigonids struggled to maintain control over their ancestral homeland, while these successor states managed to establish stability within their respective realms. Internal and external pressures continued to shape their destinies. The Hellenistic era witnessed a blending of Greek and indigenous cultures, known as Hellenization, as the influence of Greek language, art, philosophy, and governance spread throughout the former territories of Alexander's empire. Cultural exchanges flourished during this time, as seen in the syncretism of traditions and beliefs. The spread of Greek language, known as Koine Greek, facilitated communication and cultural integration across the Hellenistic world. This linguistic unity played a crucial role in the dissemination of ideas and the formation of a cosmopolitan Hellenistic culture. Trade routes connecting the Mediterranean with the East thrived, leading to economic prosperity in major urban centers. Cities like Alexandria, Antioch, and Pergamon became thriving hubs of commerce, culture, and intellectual activity. However, the stability of the Hellenistic kingdoms was often precarious, and internal conflicts, royal intrigues, and external threats continued to shape their trajectories. The rise of the Roman Republic in the West added a new dimension to the geopolitical landscape, eventually leading to the Roman conquest of the Hellenistic kingdoms. The Roman Republic's expansion into the Eastern Mediterranean brought it into direct contact with the Hellenistic powers. The Roman Republic's victory over the Seleucid king Antiochus III at the Battle of Magnesia in 190 BCE marked a significant turning point. Subsequent conflicts, such as the Macedonian Wars, culminated in the Roman conquest of Macedon in 168 BCE. The fall of the Ptolemaic kingdom came later. In 30 BCE, following the Battle of Actium, the last Ptolemaic ruler, Cleopatra VII, and her ally Mark Antony were defeated by Octavian, later known as Augustus, the first Roman emperor. With Egypt under Roman control, the Hellenistic era formally came to an end. The legacy of Alexander the Great endured through the spread of Hellenistic culture, which laid the groundwork for the later Roman and Byzantine civilizations. The Hellenistic period left an indelible mark on art, philosophy, science, and governance, influencing the development of Western civilization for centuries to come. In conclusion, the dissolution of Alexander the Great's empire was a complex process shaped by the ambitions and conflicts among his successors. The Wars of the Diadochi resulted in the establishment of several Hellenistic kingdoms, each with its own unique character and challenges. The Hellenistic era, marked by cultural fusion and economic prosperity, set the stage for the eventual dominance of Rome in the Mediterranean world. Alexander's legacy, though short-lived in terms of political unity, left an enduring impact on the course of history and the development of Western civilization. Following the initial tumultuous period of the Wars of the Diadochi, each of the successor states faced distinct challenges and underwent further transformations as they navigated the complexities of ruling diverse territories. The Ptolemaic kingdom, centered in Egypt, not only became a political power, but also a cultural and economic center. The Seleucid Empire, stretching across the vast territories of the Near East, faced the intricate task of managing diverse populations and cultures. The Antigonid kingdom in Macedon and Greece grappled with internal and external threats, while smaller Hellenistic states, like the Attalid kingdom in Anatolia, played significant roles in regional dynamics. The Ptolemaic kingdom, under the leadership of the Ptolemaic dynasty, established a stable and prosperous rule in Egypt. Ptolemy I Soter, a former general of Alexander, initiated the Ptolemaic dynasty's rule, and set the tone for the kingdom's policies. The Ptolemies recognized the importance of maintaining a strong agricultural base in the Nile Delta, and they implemented policies to enhance agricultural productivity. The wealth generated from agriculture, coupled with revenue from trade through the Red Sea and the Mediterranean, contributed to the economic prosperity of the kingdom. One of the most famous Ptolemaic rulers was Cleopatra VII, a queen known for her political acumen and relationships with prominent Roman leaders. Cleopatra's alliances with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony were attempts to secure the kingdom's independence in the face of Roman expansion. However, these alliances ultimately led to the downfall of the Ptolemaic kingdom, as Cleopatra's defeat at the Battle of Actium in 31 BCE resulted in Egypt's annexation by Rome. The Seleucid Empire, founded by Seleucus I Nicator, faced the challenge of administering an ethnically and culturally diverse realm. The empire extended from Anatolia to the borders of India, encompassing regions with a rich history and varied traditions. The Seleucids implemented a policy of Hellenization,